Investment, China, South Korea, and Hong Kong are your top three picks. Why in that order?
Well, China, I think there's a lot of positive development in the past few months. First of all, economic momentum has picked up, and I think now is consensus that the China economy will recover quite significantly in first half this year. And then earnings-wise, we think that there is strong evidence that earnings will recover as well. Of course, GDP growth will support earnings growth, but also you have better exports and also the cyclical recovery in the global economy that will support earnings as well. And don't forget, in the first 9 months of last year, earnings for China has been quite bad, except financials. Now we expect there is cyclical recovery in earnings, and that should support a re-rating of the market. And in terms of valuation, China is below its historical average, still quite substantially below. So we think that there's good opportunities there. And for South Korea, it's also positive because there's a cyclical recovery in the global economy, and in the global economy, so Korea is prime beneficiary of that trend. And we look at the latest development in the domestic economy. I think the banks themselves in Korea has lowered their gearing, so now they are more ready to lend. This is one more positive for the Korean stock market. Hong Kong, we think that valuation is fair. We have earnings growth, that's for sure. But having said that, we look at the valuation is not cheap, and then there's overhang for the property market. We think that first-hand property price are coming down, so that should put pressure on the earnings for the property developers. Of course, there's other positive, like the consumer sentiments has improved, and we look at the retail sales, they have rebound, and exports will rebound. That will also benefit Hong Kong. But all in all, we think that the opportunities are in South Korea and China.
More economic data comes out of China. Trade and inflation data will be released on Friday, and GDP is out next week. What is your forecast for 2013?
For China, we expect the macro data to continue to improve. I think this is very much the consensus now. And for the data to be released this week, I think it should not be surprising. We have seen the PMI numbers, both from the official side or from the HSBC PMI data. They indicate further pickup in economic momentum. So I think the data will reflect that. I think more importantly is the guidance for the 2013 macro targets, like loan growth, like GDP growth, as well as money supply growth. These are key, and we look forward to the official announcement of those macro targets by the Chinese government.
What is your 2013 China GDP growth forecast?
Well, we expect closer to 8% compared to 2012. Of course, we need to look at the government targets, in terms of investments, in terms of money supply, monetary conditions, as well as social housing.